Bergen-Fischer Media.
Hey, it's Monday, here we go. It's the Call Me Tony Show.
Hey guys, today is Monday, April 7th, 2025. My name is Tony. This is my podcast and welcome to it. For most of my adult life, I've believed, sometimes fiercely believed, that we all have more in common than we have in conflict. I've said it to friends. I've said it to clients. I've said it to audiences. I said it to myself on sleepless nights when the world felt impossibly divided. And I've meant it every time. At my core, I wanted to believe that any two people, no matter how different they were, could find some point of connection. That underneath the anger and the fear, there was always a shared desire to be healthy, to feel safe, to love and be loved, and to live with some kind of purpose. But lately, I'm not so sure anymore. I used to find comfort in the idea that if you just dug deep enough, stripped away the noise, you'd find something human in everyone. That if two people sat down with honest intentions and enough time, they'd find common ground. It's a hopeful idea, and I think for a long time I needed that hope. Especially growing up in an environment where beliefs could be harsh, rigid, and even cruel. I didn't want to become another person who wrote others off too quickly. I wanted to offer grace. I wanted to offer patience. I wanted to believe that even the most difficult people were just a few hard truths away from being reachable. But what do you do when someone isn't just difficult? When they're not just misguided or uninformed or stuck in fear? What do you do when their entire worldview is designed to harm people like the ones you love? What do you do when you're face to face with people who look at your child or your spouse or your friends and say they deserve fewer rights, less dignity, or even worse, no existence at all? What kind of common ground is even possible with someone who wants to burn down everything you've tried to build? This isn't just disagreement over policy. It's not some quirky difference of opinion. This is a movement, MAGA to be specific, that openly celebrates ignorance, cruelty, and domination. A movement built on fear, built on lies, built on the glorification of violence, and they're not even hiding it. These are people who've told me with a straight face that slavery wasn't that bad, that LGBTQIA plus people should be erased, that women should know their place, that people like me, people like you, should be silenced. And no, I don't want to understand them anymore. I don't want to meet them halfway. I want them as far away from power and far away from influence as possible. It hurts to let go of a belief that once gave me peace. I mourn that loss. I still wish the world worked the way I used to think that it did. But the truth is that some people don't want peace. They don't want healing. They want control. They want a world where they win by making others lose. And I can't find common ground with someone whose entire agenda depends on my silence. So now, instead of asking, how can I connect with this person? I ask, how can I protect the people I care about from them? That's not pessimism. That's clarity. I haven't lost my values. I still believe in compassion, in honesty, in giving the people the chance to grow. But I no longer believe that everyone wants that. And I won't waste my breath trying to build bridges with people who are actively trying to burn down the village. I used to say that we all had more in common than we had in conflict. And maybe that's still true on some abstract human level. But in practice, the lines have been drawn, and I know which side I'm on. Not the side of debate and decency, the side of protection, of resistance, the side of truth. And that's where I'm staying. If you've got thoughts on this or anything else I've spoken about, send me an email. I'd love to hear about it.